welcome to the stage Lisa Anna Palmer.
Imagine a world where people are engaged at work. They love what they're doing, and they care about the planet and about helping others. In this world, young people are encouraged to follow their hearts, to really be their best selves at work, in their communities, and for the world. What a beautiful society that would be. So what's holding us back? My name is Lisa Anna Palmer, and we're devoted to helping youth with their early career and leadership development. In the next few moments, I'm going to shed a light on a common issue that's affecting our youth. Did you know that children as young as 8 years old begin to develop their career identities? That's when the seeds of inspiration are planted in their hearts and in their minds about what are the possibilities for their future. What impact do they want to do? What kind of roles do they want to carry out in society? Think about in your own experience. When children and youth share for the first time what their heart desire is in terms of what they want to do with their life, what kind of jobs they want to pursue. Often children are very much geared towards compassion and love and helping others. They want to make a difference. They like to make people happy. That's why they're so much fun. And you know, they're fun to watch and to listen to. But let's go back to that question. What happens in our society when children share their desires with the adults in their life? Now, some are fortunate enough that they have parents and educators that will encourage them to do their very best to follow their hearts, to create careers that are really aligned with what's important to them, and to succeed at doing it. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Oftentimes, children share what they want to do, and what they're met with is, you know, that's really great, Johnny, but I think you should get a stable job, one that pays well. As though loving what you do and getting paid well for it cannot coexist. And we see the effects of this kind of false belief system all around us in our society. So if we continue the way we are and not encouraging our youth, we're going to propagate generations of workers and leaders who care more about the bottom line than they do about humanity, about what's happening to the planet. I remember a time when, just a few months ago, I was asked by some Girl Guide leaders to come in and help the girls get really clear on what's important to them, what excites them, what are their passions, and to begin creating a vision for their future. So one stormy night, I walked into the community center, and there were 20 girls running around, getting all excited, until the workshop leaders brought them all together in a line. And they explained to them what I was there to do. So I thought, you know, I'm going to share a story that's going to help them to see what it means to connect with what's important to you and the kinds of things you want to do in the future. I shared a story about a little girl named Ava. Ava liked to pretend she was a superhero. Actually, she called herself Shiro because she was a girl. Ava was a little girl that was excited about life, and she was just pretending to fly around, being a superhero, a Shiro, until suddenly she stopped dead in her tracks. Why? Because she got an idea about doing great big things to make the world a better place. And this scared Ava, like many of us, I'm sure. So Ava remembered a story that her grandma, Nonna Emily, taught her when she was even younger, about when you feel scared, you can go find a quiet spot, sit down, close your eyes, and connect with your big bright light. Because that's the light that's going to give you the courage and the strength to do these great big things. So that's how I ended the story for the little Girl Guides, who were between 9 and 11. And you could hear a pin drop as they were all sitting quietly with their eyes closed, trying to connect with that big bright light. Following that, I had them make vision boards. And this will stay with me for the rest of my life. Because once they were done their vision boards, I had them all sit in a circle around me, all 20 of them. And we went through one by one, asking them what they wanted to do in their life. I want to help animals. I want to help the homeless. I want to sing. I want to invent things to make the planet better. I was so overcome with joy and hope for the future. Actually, they got me in the feels, to be quite honest. And then there was one little girl in particular. Her name was Alex. And she really stood out for me. Because before the session, the leaders had told me Alex has ADHD. So she'll have trouble taking part in the activity. In fact, what happened was the opposite. She was highly engaged in an interactive activity. And so she made this beautiful vision board, and it was covered with desserts and pastries and big pink donuts with sprinkles on them. And she was so excited, she was almost vibrating when she was explaining to the group that I want to become a baker because people love to eat desserts and it makes them happy. And then the parents came to pick up the little girls after the session. So Alex took her vision board and she ran up to her mom and said, Mom, I know what I want to do for the future. And this is the not so fun part. Her mom looked at her little girl who was beaming and said this, so you want to become a donut when you grow up? So right there in front of me, Alex's smile disappeared. Little girl's heart deflated because her mother had just dashed her hopes. Now, it doesn't mean that Alex's mom is a mean person. In fact, I'm quite convinced she loves her daughter more than anything. But she's ill-equipped to have career conversations. And then instead of encouraging her and helping her in her vision, she dashed her hopes. I wonder sometimes if she would have known to ask Alex, tell me more about your beautiful vision. What does that pink donut mean to you? And she would have learned more about her daughter and helped to encourage her and give her the confidence to pursue what's important to her. So if you are a parent or an educator and you want to support youth, young people, to pursue their passions and create careers that are not only successful financially, but also that bring meaning to them. And at the same time, create leaders who care about the planet, who care about others. Go to our website to book a discovery session. Because together, we can create a generation of workers and leaders for today and tomorrow. Thank you.